Recently, Low Tier God aka Dale Wilson responded to a comment that another channel CoryxKenshin made on a troll video where he was called out for supporting Dale and turning a blind eye on his wrongdoings. The response Dale made was so atrocious that I just had to make a video on it. Before we get into the response, I will summarize the backstory. On September 3, 2021, Cory uploaded a video of him playing Far Cry 6. In the video he used a 1-second soundbite of Dale screaming,
Bunker 43. Who's shooting? Better stay quiet.
When Dale found out about it, he roasted Cory and demanded that he credited him in the video. Shortly after Cory entered the stream, then Dale of course guilt trips him and does whatever he can to make himself look like a poor victim. Cory was still entering his stream and it was clear that we was supporting him. He was informed by detractors about who he really was and the things he has done. On August 24, 2022, Cory uploaded a video where he accused YouTube of favoritism and/or racism. He was then called out by trolls for supporting Dale, who is literally a racist and has bashed black people on several occasions. This prompted Cory to post the comment on Joshua's Cornstar's video. In the comment he denies supporting Dale and claims he has not ever interacted with him after being informed. Without further ado, let's look at Dale's response.
But what I'm going to do is use it. I'm going to use him as an example. Oh, best believe I got some things to say. Bro, I'm gonna emphasize every fucking thing. I'm gonna show you guys what I'm talking about. I'm in disbelief that this dude will waste his time to comment on that shit.
I don't believe it's a waste of time to comment on a video where you're being exposed for literally supporting a racist and having the nerve to accuse YouTube of racism. In actuality, he is learning a lot about you, Dale.
To me, it's just is absolutely nuts. I don't care about getting support from any bigger YouTubers. Give a fuck about anybody supporting. It's about what was said. It's about a misconception and straight up fuckery.
I already know that it's certainly not a misconception that Dale is a racist, but you'll notice in this response that he doesn't go into detail about it.
No, I'm not reaching out to anything. If it was really an issue, he'd have been like, yo, low tier God, like, I think it's crazy what's going on the internet. Why don't you tell me your story? Why don't you tell me, like, because, you know, I've been getting a lot of DMs, like, what happened?
No, he wouldn't, because everyone with a brain knows that you would 100% lie about it and tell a whole sob story, the same way you did when he entered your stream.
Not reaching out to a fucking thing, nigga. No, you gotta blame a grown-ass man, because there's nothing, it don't even make sense. I want you guys to read this shit. It's hilarious. The justification. It's not, the thing about it, it's not even, it is because it's Cory saying this shit, but it's more so like shocking what he said because it literally doesn't fucking make sense.
I agree with Dale on this one. What he said didn't really make any sense. It doesn't make sense to claim that you didn't support Dale after donating $500 to him and even tuning into his streams with a subscription. It would have been better to admit that he did support Dale before, but no.
Hold on a sec. I'll show you guys. It's like these fucking people are idiots and they're fucking morons. Like, this is what I don't understand about these idiots on the internet. These people are fucking dimwits. But I'm using it as an example because somebody with 14 million subs said this shit wholeheartedly with his finger chest. This is why I'm talking about it. I mean, since he wants the world to know he doesn't support me, let's talk about it. The shit that he said is a complete joke to me. I'm gonna explain why I think it's a joke. This shit is actually really hilarious, and I wanna use this as an example because I'm tired of hearing this narrative about my quote unquote past. I think that this is a complete joke. I think it's blasphemy. I think it's stupid. I think it makes zero sense. I think that there's no probable cause. None of this shit makes sense, so I'm gonna explain it to you now.
It doesn't make sense that people call you out on being racist for constantly bashing black people, not only in general but even the ones in your community. Yay, it's such silly nonsense, isn't it?
You know, I'm tired of not being able to guy. Excuse me, let me reframe that. I'm tired of not being able to be the guy that gets to explain why there's these BS false narratives about me.
The fact that you claimed that they were false narratives already goes to show that you really can't be trusted to explain anything. All you do is deny, but never prove anything. You can claim that you're not racist all you want, but everyone with at least 4 brain cells knows that you are.
I started YouTube officially in 2014. I don't know, I uploaded a random ass controller video in 2013, excuse me. I'm mad, or not mad, but I'm amplified because I gotta really sit here and explain this shit. Because I feel like people got this misconception, and the more subs I get, I want them to really know what's good, even though it's gonna go over a lot of people's head. So I started doing YouTube in 2013, but not authentically until 2014.
Is this really relevant? Because he's not talking about what was in Cornstar's video, which was the very thing that caused Cory to make the comment. You don't have to explain the very second you posted videos to explain why people dislike you and understand why you have a pitiful past.
But not seriously until like 2000, maybe 16, 17. All right. So my first entry to YouTube is literally figuring out how to show my rage in fighting games and bring it to the people.
That's really the only thing worthwhile you have to offer, if I'm being honest.
And that's what I did. So after that, I became a streamer. First started streaming on Twitch. My first stream was, I think 2015, 2014, I can't remember. So I said, yo, I'm gonna bring the rage to a live stream. In those live streams, it became a popular thing to do is record everything I do and put false narratives since 20,000. Hold on, excuse, what the hell is 20,000? Since 2014, 2015.
What are the false narratives? You keep saying false narratives but don't even identify them. Go ahead and list some.
Right? Somebody minding their own business, recording themselves streaming, right? And people kept stealing my clips for years, putting shit on the internet. I want to read something to you guys and use it as a freaking example because I'm in disbelief that I'm seeing this shit, but it's the perfect example of people believing these false ass narratives like I'm some freaking dictator, like I'm some crazy maniac, like I committed all these crazy crimes and somehow I got out of jail and I'm on the street lingering around like Joker.
You're joking, right? You're over here crying about narratives that aren't even false and claiming people look at you as if you committed many crimes. Meanwhile, you made Cory using literally 1 second of your scream in his video seem like he was committing a fucking armed robbery. Oh, but everyone else is overreacting? Grow up, Dale.
I'm the Riddler, I'm Joker. None of this makes sense. All right, so I'm gonna pull up this shit on my desktop. All right, I accidentally banned somebody in my stream because I was in disbelief that this guy actually said this. Now, it's not about the fact that it's CoryxKenshin. It's the fact that it is CoryxKenshin, if you know what I mean. So there is no starstruck or anything like that. I told you guys I'm not a fan of any YouTuber. Do I support other YouTubers? Yes. Am I a fan of anybody on the YouTube platform? Absolutely not.
Is that so?
If I watch your shit multiple times, I'm a fan. I don't care how I try to put it. Oh, I'm just watching it because you're in denial. You're a fan.
Oh, but now you're not a fan of anybody? This is honestly just laughable.
I'm not a fan of people who don't create artistry. Artistry as far as actors, musicians, so on and so forth, but wholeheartedly actors. So there was a video where I guess somebody kept sending me talking about, yo, there's this guy named CoryxKenshin that used your soundbite and he has hella millions of subs. I was getting blown up all day. I said, who's CoryxKenshin? So I checked the video and it was like some yelling soundbite. So I like acted all irate, pissed off about it because I'm wondering like, yo, why did this dude use my soundbite but not plug me, which is a smaller YouTuber? It's not even about me being black because just because we're both black, you don't have to do me any fucking favors. But at least throw a plug in. Oh, this soundbite is such and such. Because why? Because I get stolen from on the internet and I've been getting stolen from for years on the internet, right? Back to back for years. That's why my sub count looked like that. Because every time I stream and go live, people be robbing me of my content. Every time I do videos, people rob me of my content.
You want him to plug your channel for credit because you believed he stole from you even though you've never credited any background music, intro music, or outro music you've used, nor have you plugged the channels of anyone you've talked about. I don't think it's stealing and I'm not saying it's stealing, I'm just arguing at your level. If it's stealing for people to use your name and clips, then it's stealing to be using footage from playback, Andrew Tate and others, especially when you're not plugging their channels in the description.
What's so hard to understand about that? I've been getting robbed for years, stalked for years, stolen from again for years. People been bothering me for years. I've been antagonized, but I sat here and just kept taking the bullshit over and over and over again for years. This is a video that barely has any views on a random channel that literally stalks the fuck out of me, that is on my dick crazy.
You will claim anything is stalking if a troll is doing it. Let me ask you all a question. Is making videos about a bigger channel on the internet while using clips and making funny edits really stalking? Because if it is, then I honestly don't know what to say.
That jacks off to me, uses my thumbnails, been robbing my content, probably going on a couple of years now. You know, another one of those fucking channels. Let's get to the comment. I'm gonna read it for you in CoryxKenshin's voice. Yo, this is crazy. I do not support this man. I found out about LTG because I used a 1-second clip on one of my edits, so he roasted me, in quotations. After talking with him about clips, I asked him about getting those other clips removed. Mind you, I'm just meeting him. I thought he was a funny streamer until some people warned me of his past. Ever since, I haven't had any correspondence with this man. Y'all wildin'. My guy, CoryxKenshin, what is wrong with you, bro? I don't care about you supporting me. Who cares?
Then why did you put him in the thumbnail of your video, and at him in it? You didn't need to do that.
I am a go-getter. I live in California. I gotta get this money. I gotta survive. But you know what really was really annoying to me? When somebody types, I thought he was a funny streamer until some people warned me of his past. What in the did I do in my past that just makes me this goddamn juggernaut?
I have absolutely zero clue what you did. Believe me, this isn't the only time where he pretends he has no clue what he did, and it certainly won't be the last.
What have I done? What, because I called somebody a character off of Ninja Turtles when I was minding my own business streaming and they stream sniped me in 2014, 15, and then went on Twitter and said something, so I come back with a crazy ass roast? Everything I do is rebuttal. Everything I've ever done was rebuttal.
Just because what you say is a rebuttal or a response doesn't make you in the right. This isn't a difficult concept to understand. But to no surprise, he can't wrap that around his head.
I've never just woke up one day, you know what? Oh, I don't like your name. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bend your mom over. I'm gonna show her this beefcake. Off top of that, I'm gonna put salt, pepper. Like, these roasts, everything literally is rebuttal. How hard is it for these people not to understand this shit? When I'm literally sitting over here, and this is his channel, I'm gonna click on this shit. I couldn't believe it, so I clicked. It says, this is a parody, this is a spoof. Ah, that's CoryxKenshin, bro. Not CoryxKenshin in a starstruck way, but this man went on a video with under 2,000 views to justify himself saying this. And I'm gonna bring it up again. I thought he was a funny streamer until people warned me of his past. What the f did I do in my past that would actually warrant this guy to say this? Somebody, yo, if I had some crazy horrid past, where the records at?
They will be in the description of this video if you want to see them. He's also acting like he didn't see them, which is crazy.
Guys, I must have committed grand larceny, arsony, robbed liquor stores, stole from people. Bro, I don't even know what these people are talking about when they say my past, when literally everything I've ever said was about rebuttal. When people have come into my chat and stalked me and slandered and bothered me for years, bro, I get stalked. People put my license plate on the freaking internet. People trying to dox me everything 24/7, and they'll say, oh, LTG, you doxed somebody. No, I didn't dox nobody. I was minding my business one day, some dude dropped some fake ass doc on me.
Firstly, there he goes claiming slander with no proof. Secondly, you technically doxed yourself. And thirdly, you did dox June the King and you didn't disprove anything he said at all in your deleted video.
I'm minding my business streaming. People coming in my chat saying shit for years. I respond, but my past is horrid. There is no past. The fact that this man literally went on a video with under 2,000 views to justify it and say you don't, look, not supporting me is cool. You could have just said, I don't support you. But the fact that you brought up something that says my past, none of you motherfuckers know my past. Don't nobody in here know nothing about me.
This has been a very emotionally driven response with a lack of valid points. So far he has been repeating the same things and sounding angrier each time. He doesn't even try to refute the point that was made in the troll video, which was that Dale was racist. It was right in front of him, but he did not say one thing about it besides its views and the person it was made by.
Because none of you guys ever had a conversation with me. I never got one fucking DM from any of you content creators, any of you YouTubers. I never got one DM from anybody.
At this point everyone knows why, because you wouldn't be honest about it.
Just like people paint the picture on me with the whole 2014 shit that I'm some big buff black bully that got in some white guy's face for no reason. No, I said that because he called me a black version of something.
You guys were disputing on Twitter a while before he even called you the Black DSP, and to my knowledge you started that altercation. I may be wrong though.
But guys, I got this horrible fucking past. CoryxKenshin, look, I'm very disappointed in you. Obviously, it doesn't matter because you don't support me, and that's cool. I don't need you to support me. Before I knew who you was, I was still thriving. It might be small. I don't get 3 million views a video. I don't have the luxury of complaining about my video being trending, where I could try to label YouTube as being racist because my video ain't trending no more and I ain't black. I don't have that luxury. But what I do have the luxury of is knowing my actual past and knowing that because you watch some freaking stream clips of people that's been jacking off to me and stealing from me for years, it's a straight up fallacy. It's fake. Don't you understand how the internet works? Instead of asking me a personal question, asking me what's my story. Yo, brother, what's your story? I seen there's a lot of crazy shit about you online. I just wanted to know, like, I've been getting bombarded with a lot of messages and I was curious to really understand what actually is corresponded between you and all these guys that keep DMing me what's actually going on or what happened in your life. But instead, you go on here on a video and like with your verified profile and say this shit about me like you know me as a person when you know nothing about my freaking past, you know nothing about the philanthropy I've done.
The word is philanthropy. There is an H after the T, dumbass.
And you know nothing about anything. I'm not going to start putting shit that I have done off the internet. None of you guys know nothing about me. And the fact that this dude literally sat here and wrote this on a freaking troll video is almost blindingly dumb. Because if you look at the channel, the dude has been stealing my shit for years. Well, over a year, stealing my face, stealing my thumbnails. Why don't people really understand what's really going on here? I'm the guy getting stolen from. I'm the person that got to pay to be low tier guy. All these people, look, somebody's stealing my shit right now. This is how the internet acts towards me. That I'm just some fucking monster when literally I've done absolutely nothing but rebuttal people that's been stalking me in my chat for years. But I'm the bad guy. This has to be one of the dumbest things I've ever seen on the internet. At first, I was on your side. 50-50. That there could be some conspiracies about YouTube not putting your video trending because some other creator got their video trending. And then they did the dang video. You know, at first, I thought that you were like a logical person. I thought you were really smart. But every time I'm in cahoots with one of you motherfuckers with these verified profiles, it's like I realized that maybe there's no logical thinking. Because for you to rubrically break down, right? For you to rubrically break down why you think your video was not trending when a white video's creator video had the same content that was trending, but in the same sentence say something about my past. Where was your research and correspondence to anything that had to do with me before you typed this comment?
The manipulation is insane. I've said it before, but remember this, Dale has never properly refuted anything he was exposed for. He's most certainly guilty. If Cory actually buys Dale's sob story and lies, then I truly lost all hope.
It's unfair. I don't care about your millions of views, your millions of followers. But what I care about is you fixing your fingers to type and say, until some people warn me of his past. Well, how about you let me know about my past, what is so fucking horrible? Imagine fixing your fucking mouth to say that a company is racist because your video ain't fucking trending no more. Bro, somebody tell these dudes they're not celebrities, that we're just privileged to be on these fucking platforms. Because for somebody to write this shit about me that knows a lickety split about my past and basing my whole aura and my soul, my body, my make off of some fucking YouTube clips, but you want to do detective work and call YouTube a racist company? You're out of your fucking mind. This is absurd. I don't got nothing else to say.
My God, was that difficult to watch. I know it may seem like I haven't said much, but in reality he was just talking in circles. I hope you learned a lot from this video. I did cut out a decent portion of this video for brevity, but if there's anything that you believe I've missed, please let me know. And Dale, if you're watching this, if anything I said in this video isn't true, then I implore you to thoroughly prove it. Don't act the way you did in your response to Cory, and just know that I was only going 2%. I will now be signing out.